Sixth in line of succession. That's pretty important. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about 70-year-old Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense, being in ICU for 3 days, and nobody told the President of the USA. Now, understand this. The Defense Secretary is sixth in line of succession. You understand? So if the President, Vice President, etc., President pro tempore, whatever, if they go down, then Lloyd Austin could become the president. He's sixth in line of succession, and nobody knew that he was in the hospital. Biden didn't know about it. And then there's a lot I want to get into, but my first thing, what was he there for? Maybe we'll get to that a little bit later. But beyond that, if he was gone for this amount of time and nobody knew anything, just how important is his role? How important is his role, really? And why are we learning this information now? Why is it even getting out to the public? If Biden didn't know about it, we didn't know about it, then why is it even relevant information? I don't understand. This is really weird. But Biden administration, they do weird things like this all the time. Now, before I go any further, we got an article and a video. You see what's happening right here. Pentagon confirms that Defense Secretary Austin was hospitalized for a week. So he was in ICU for 3 days, but hospitalized for an entire week. And they're not trying to say what happened. And my thing is this. Okay, he had complications from medical procedure. Either tell us the full story or don't even tell us at all. Just keep me in the dark. Just lie to me as you normally do, federal government. Don't tell me half the story. Okay, and if you're 70 years old and you were in the ICU for a week or 3 days, hospital for a week, you might not be here with us anymore. You might just be gone to the quote unquote upper room. You might be gone. So I'd rather you just lie to me about what's happening. Now, let's go ahead and get into a news clip. This is from MS13DNC. If you want to see the full clip in full without my commentary, link, as always, will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
New details emerging, everybody, today regarding the hospitalization of Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Austin transferred responsibility to his Deputy Secretary Kathleen Hicks on Tuesday, January 2nd, but she was not told he was in the hospital until Thursday, January 5th. While she was on vacation in Puerto Rico. NBC News reporting the Pentagon
Whoa. Am I hearing this right? Did you guys hear that? Okay, so he transferred responsibility to the deputy secretary, but she was not told that he was in the hospital. So if your own deputy secretary doesn't know what's going on and you're the defense secretary and you're dealing with intelligence and things of this nature, why wouldn't you give your own deputy secretary that kind of information? Why would you not give her that intelligence? And she was on vacation in Puerto Rico. Was she in vacation while at the same time being the acting defense secretary? Am I hearing this right? Okay, let's continue.
White House of Austin's ICU stay at Walter Reed Medical Center until Thursday, 3 days after he was admitted. The hospitalization was needed for, quote unquote, complications following a recent elective medical procedure. Austin, who resumed full duties on Friday, spoke with President Biden last night. I want to bring in NBC's Ali Rafa, who's in Wilmington, Delaware, for us following the president. What are you hearing here about Secretary Austin's condition and when he's expected to be released from the hospital, Ali?
Yeah, Yasmin, we still don't have the latest update on his condition or when we could expect to see him released from the hospital, with the defense secretary in a statement last night simply saying that he's glad to be on the mend and he looks forward to returning to the Pentagon soon. And in that statement, he also took full responsibility for the delay of this disclosure of his hospital stay. He said in that statement, in part, quote, he could have done a better job ensuring the public was appropriately informed, and he committed to doing better. But Yasmin, that is not tamping down the flood of criticism. And
what's up with these guys going to Walter Reed secretly or trying to go there secretly? I don't get it, because you had your man Fetterman talking about, oh, I'm depressed, I got to go to Walter Reed. And then it's not really a big deal. Oh, okay, you can go to Walter Reed and you get treated and you got a brain injury, but keep on being The senator out there in Pennsylvania, same thing with Lloyd Austin. Okay, I'm the defense secretary, sixth in line of succession from the president of the USA, but I'm going to Walter Reed. Don't worry about why I'm going. I'll be okay. I'm on the mend. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm 70 years old. I could be out of here, gone to the proverbial upper room, but I'm good. Don't worry about it. This is ridiculous. I mean, what in the world's going on here?
And the fallout over this, with lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, the media, the American public wanting to know why this was kept a secret for so long, and why it took, as you mentioned in the intro there, 3 days before the Pentagon told senior White House officials, as well as Austin's own deputy defense secretary, before they found out about this hospital stay, and then took another day before lawmakers on Capitol Hill and the American public was informed. There are still questions as to what medical procedure he did have done and what complications occurred that ended up landing him in the intensive care unit for several days. A senior administration official tells me, as you said in that intro there, that the president and Austin did speak last night. They say that was a very warm conversation, and today they're telling me that the president has full confidence in his defense secretary. And in the last hour, our colleague Andrea Mitchell was able to ask the Secretary of State while overseas about this whole situation, with the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, telling Andrea that he wasn't aware that Austin had a medical issue, and he said that he will let Austin's statement from last night speak for itself yet.
That's totally crazy. Totally ridiculous. Really, in my opinion, inexcusable for something like that to be going on. Look, okay, you're the defense secretary and your own deputy doesn't know what's going on. You're giving her the reins to your job for a certain period of time. If you're doing that, then I would have to think she would ask what's going on or why it's happening, or she'd be curious, like, hey, why am I being pushed to the front right here for the interim? What did he tell her? Hey, I'm going on vacation. Or like, if she didn't know that he was going to the hospital, then why was she given that particular role? Did she speak to him when she was given the role? Meaning he could have already been in the hospital, and then an aide or somebody could have spoken to her on his behalf that says, hey, you're going to be a secretary for a while. Just hold that position and you'll be okay. And then again, did she leave while having this particular role and go to Puerto Rico? Hey, man, the trip was already planned. I know that's sixth in line of succession. I know I have a pretty important job, but hey, man, we got to go hang out, fun and sun. This is a ridiculous administration. They don't know what's going on. They have no idea what's happening internally among their own people. And they definitely don't know what's happening externally with the border, with fentanyl, with the economy. They have no clue what's happening. And it's clear that this whole thing is running like a hamster in the wheel at best. You put a few hamsters out there in the wheel, have them run. That is pretty much the equivalent to what's happening right now in our federal government. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to the Biden administration for being run really, really poorly. This is embarrassing. And then what does it say to our adversaries, to China, Russia, et cetera? What does it say to them? And they don't have it together. You got guys going to the hospital. They don't know what's going on. And then, of course, it's bound to leak what happened. And if it doesn't leak officially, there's going to be unofficial leaks. It's speculation. You tell me you went to the hospital and it was a secret and nobody can know. Now I'm going to try to figure out why you were there. You got a prostate issue. You had cancer, tumor removed, weight loss surgery. Now I'm going to start to speculate because you're not giving me the full picture. Either give me the full picture or don't give me the picture at all. That's how I look at it. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what's happening here with Lloyd Austin going to the hospital for a week, spending time in ICU and not telling anybody, not Deputy Secretary, not Joe Biden, not Tony Blinken, nobody? Did he not tell anybody, or did he tell and he doesn't want anybody to reveal why he was there? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is pretty much par for the course when speaking about the Biden administration. Things go on that don't make any sense. a bunch of lies, a bunch of hidden information. But what do they say? This is the most transparent administration ever. If that's the case, then I can't tell. Maybe they're transparently incompetent. But beyond that, I don't really know too much about these individuals. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.